Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to those across the pond and around the world. You're listening to Earth Changes TV Radio Hour. My name is Mitch Battress, and I'm your host. All right, let's get right into it, folks. Welcome to this live broadcast. This is March 30th. And here we are, another wonderful show. The only thing that's not wonderful tonight is my voice. I have an inflamed glands, and interesting, it's just on the right side. It could be an infection. Somebody I spoke to about it thinks it might be some type of infection, or who knows what happens when our immune is down a bit. And boy, have I been burning the wick at both ends, the candle at both ends rather, and it's been quite a ride, and let me tell you folks, and it is only going to escalate. So maybe this is a message to me as well as to all of us. So let's take good care of ourselves. Let's try and maintain that balance. Nothing wrong with exuberance, passion, and zeal for life, information, and preparedness. But let's do it in a healthy way. I guess I'm talking to myself. So I know not a single one of you are going to be disappointed in this statement. But tonight, my good friend Ian Lungold is going to be doing most of the talking, because I can't tell you how much pain I'm in right now. I'm doing some throat lozenges and that kind of stuff, but those things don't do much. First, I have to touch on some of these breaking news events. I will write on it tomorrow. I'm going to give myself the rest of the night off after this live broadcast, just to seek that balance I was just talking about. But my goodness, let me start with the solar flares and the sunspot count. It has not been, except for my articles, it really has not been published much. But we have had some incredible geomagnetic storms, folks. We had a sunspot count of 169. 169, and here we are 4 years beyond the so-called 11-year apex that, actually no one's even buying off on that, including NASA, that this 11-year cycle, we're not in the 11-year cycle. We're so far beyond that, it's actually become common knowledge. So here we had 169 count sunspot yesterday. Today 121. Huge sunspots. 587, I believe it is just humongous. I expect more and even possible a next class flare to come from this. And remember, the CMEs are just as damaging, standing for coronal mass ejections. Now, here we have all this solar activity going on, and as I predicted, did you, in your region, notice a significant temperature differential within a 24-hour period? I can tell you, in Seattle, Washington, and in the greater area, we had as much as a 20-degree swing, a 20-degree temperature shift within 24 hours. No, within hours, much less than that. And, of course, as you know through my equation, that is a direct reflection of the solar activity that is going on. So, in this article that I'll put out for the newsletter tomorrow, I certainly will write about that. Now, for those of you that tuned in last night, was that exciting? We had a special presentation last night on March 29th. I had the founder of the comet that I wrote about, and beat all the mainstream media. I think Drudge is angry at me because I beat him too, so he didn't even post it, which was a bit of a surprise to me, but that's okay. I'm going to start seeing a lot of that. And we had him on the show yesterday. I will have it up on the archives, the audio archives up tonight, if you want to hear that. He has, he's from Brussels, Belgium, so of course he's speaking French. And it was, we had to speak very slow, but I did get him on the air. We did talk about it. We talked about the amateur astronomers and that everybody is noticing an increase of asteroids and even comets. As a matter of fact, as of last night after the show, I found out that he had also discovered it. By the way, his name is Robert. Oh, let me see. Where did I put it? Wouldn't you know that I would misplace it right before the show? But let me see if I can find it. There it is. Robert Hutspot. Robert Hutspot is his name, and I'll have a full article on that later on. Now, here was the interesting surprise to last night's show, is he has a partner here in the States. His name is Arnie Rosner. Arnie Rosner has a company that you can lease telescope time and operate it remotely. Arnie Rosner owns 2 telescopes in New Mexico, not too far from Chaco Canyon. You can purchase time through Arnie's service, and you are actually moving the telescope yourself from your own terminal. And that is what Robert did, and that's how he found this and confirmed this asteroid. Now, I didn't even know such a thing existed, so you want an article on that and information, and I plan to do that. Finally, earthquakes. Now, it's true that I might be a little hyper-vigilant about this, but I'm going to bring it to your attention anyway. Not that far away, probably about 100 miles away from Yellowstone in southern Idaho, a 3.1 earthquake occurred. Also today, a 3.5 occurred in Colorado, and 2 earthquakes in New Mexico, a 3.1 and a 3.0. First of all, they're in unusual locations where we don't see earthquakes. Second of all, because of what happened in Yellowstone and with my experience with the USGS in my investigation, every time I see this measurement earthquake, and in the locations that they're set, I can't help but think that it's not an earthquake at all. It's simply seismic activity caused by something, whether it's underground testing. Now, they're claiming it as mine collapse and mine blast, but I don't think that's happening. Are they testing bombs? Or are they digging tunnels? Something is going on. So, anyway, that's the scoop, and my voice is just about at it. So, let me introduce you to the very few of you left that do not know my good friend Ian Lungold. He is the creator of the Mayan Conversion Codex. Ian is a leading researcher of the Maya and their calendar systems. He is also a contributing author, artist, and speaker. Now, I've asked him on tonight for some reasons. One, of course, I'm as interested as anybody else on the follow-up on the U.S. economy. Look at all these telltale signs that say that we sure are in a tailspin. But I'm also curious about what's going on with the sun, and of course, how to handle this on emotional and human level. So, Ian, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Welcome, my friend, once again.
Good evening, everybody.
Yes, you have a very popular following, and I sure have enjoyed our journey together. Like always, Ian, is there anything that you want to address in the monologue before we go into various topics?
Yes, I would like to welcome everyone to the third night of the galactic cycle of the Mayan calendar. What we are all experiencing, the test that each and every one of us are experiencing, this is all part of the expansion of consciousness through the third night. Each and every one of us are being called forth to confront our actual situation and to take action as needed to propel our survival. And that's what I want to talk about tonight.
Wow. Well, I don't think you could get much... you certainly got my attention, as you always do. I don't even know where to start, Ian. Of course, and I think most of our audience tonight certainly has been experiencing such, maybe less defined,